What's up, everybody? This episode of my show is sponsored by this big ass package right here. I wanted to make this video and kind of go back through what all I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Because things like have changed a little bit since I first started this show. I didn't even know I'd be doing this as well. But gosh, this is just so fucking damn important. So, when I first started this, the show was called Enigma Radio. I named it that because of what the definition of enigma is, and it's like something we all got. It's us versus ourselves, which is all that this life is. You versus your own mind state. But then I wound it importing. Well, and the other part of it was to bring awareness to Kratom, which I had just found out about, which the DEA had just tried to emergency schedule, which really pissed me the fuck off. I mean, this plant is literally saving lives across the country. And these motherfuckers, man. I was like, you mean to tell me there's a fucking plant that does what? When I found out, like, I knew right away what it was. So now I'm bringing this stuff in. Know a lot more about it, worked a lot more with it, and helped a lot of people, man. And that's the biggest thing, is this has become less and less about money and more about saving lives. So I use it because it helps me with the opiate addiction. Once you got that turned on in your head, it doesn't really go away. And you know, you got the whole way that this is set up is fucking retarded, and we're all conditioned to be drug addicts. So this is the way it works. When you're a baby, you're picking up TV commercials that are conditioning you and hypnotically programming your subconscious to take this pill when you do this, take this antidepressant because we said so. You know, you got a chemical imbalance because these pills cost a lot of money. We can make a lot of money off you. Like, I can't fucking even count the number of doctors who've told me I got a chemical imbalance, and nobody fucking ever scanned my brain, not once. They like asked me about my past for 10 seconds and then hawk some pills at me. And like with most other, like, so you're a kid, you're getting all this conditioning, you're getting all this programming. Girls is even worse because of fucking birth control, right? You're just taught immediately that you feel this, so you must take this chemical, and it comes from a doctor, so it's medicine. Alright? What I've come to find out is it's all just shit that we put in our faces to make us feel a certain way. Right? I don't really care what the name is, if it's a drug, if it's a supplement, if it's a plant, or if it's medicine. It's all just something that goes inside you, right? Like, we can argue the semantics of it, but it doesn't fucking make sense. And then when I started this, man, like, the amount of hate that I received for selling a plant powder was fucking unreal. And it's the same, like, fucking Drugs 2000, you know, dare to keep kids off drugs thing that we've created here. And, like, they got us conditioned so that plants have become dangerous drugs, and dangerous drugs have become medicine that you get from the doctor, right? This is infinitely safer than anything chemical you're going to put in your body. It's just ground up leaves. It's all it is ground up leaves. And coming from Colorado, where we've been doing CBD stuff and THC, but mostly CBDs because that's the medicinal aspect, like, again, I just knew right away, this is going to fucking save everybody. And it's not just for addiction either, man. I got people who'll be on, like, this is the cocktail they'll be on, right? They went to the doctor because something bad happened to them, and now they're feeling depressed, right? And they probably drank and smoked weed already. Doctor's like, oh no, you're self-medicating. Those are drugs. I'm going to give you some of my medicine that's way more expensive than insurance covers, and you're going to take that from now on. All right, so now you're on like an SSRI and an anti-anxiety med. And you're like, well, now I'm tired all the time and I don't feel anything. They're like, no big deal. We got Adderall. Hawk that on top of it. Now you're popping a depressant and a stimulant all at once. So you go back in there and you're like, oh, now I can't sleep, you know, because of the Adderall. And they got you on the SSRI. So now they throw you Xanax. So now you're on an SSRI Adderall and fucking Xanax, right? And then they got this cool one called Abilify. So if the first 3 chemicals they put you on don't cause enough suicidal thoughts and fucking crazy ass behavior, well then we'll give you Abilify, which is a 3rd one that also causes suicidal thoughts. So now you're on fucking 3 depressants that all cause suicidal thoughts and an Adderall pill, which is just fucking meth, right? This is literally the fucking society we've created, and I'm the fucking asshole for handing out a plant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it's gonna take to fucking get this through people's goddamn heads, but stop putting your kids on meth, alright? Let them be a child, let them run around, don't fucking force feed them amphetamines, don't force feed them Xanax, don't force feed them SSRIs, feed them organic foods and vegetables, and fucking some plants on the side if they really need it. This isn't the only one either. There's, we got Kratom. There's something called Cava, which is kind of like all natural Xanax. Another one called Soursop. We got all kinds of shit. Check out this dude on his scooter. So, I can take somebody who's on that cocktail of fucking 8 different pills, pull them off all of it, start eating some leaf powder, and they're gonna be just fine. Alright, if you go look at the comment section or the review section on my page, you can see where people tell you what the fuck they've been taking and what they've substituted it for, and they're fucking doing great. Because now you're eating a plant that's basically kale, you know, it's a fucking leaf with a shit ton of antioxidants and good stuff for you that also just happens to give you a buzz. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, just try and see this. We got all these pills that doctors give you that have all these fucking crazy ass side effects, where actually there's the real effects, and people who are taking CBDs and eating Kratom are the fucking criminals and the drug addicts and the psychos. It's nuts. It's fucking nuts. Now they also got this system set up where rehabs have found out about Kratom. Everybody knows how well it works to get people off drugs. You don't have to put them on Suboxone. You don't have to put them on methadone. You don't have to fucking send them through a retarded program for, like, ever, 8.5 months like I was in. No, we can get you to settle down with some Cava and some Kratom and some good programming and you being fucking accountable for yourself and not acting like such a bitch. It's really, really simple. Alright? Dude, as far as I'm concerned, the entire country needs to be fucking flooded with this shit. Alright? It needs to be flooded. It needs to be in every single rehab. It needs to be in every single fucking hospital. It needs to be all over the goddamn place. It needs to replace all the chemicals that we're feeding kids with. People ask me too, like, oh, well, now you're just going to be addicted to Kratom. How addicted to Kratom are you? I'm like, dude, about as addicted as you can be to fucking eating leaves. Alright? Like, it's not getting that bad for me. Super, super simple. Like, I'm not fucking shooting up 2 grams of coke and 2 grams of heroin every day anymore. I'm fucking happy, and I work out, and live super healthy, and I eat some plant leaves. There's different fucking strains of this shit, too, which is even more amazing. We got, like, sativas and indicas. It's not like that, but... Hang on, I'm trying to get my these out of here. Some strains are better for energy. It's a real clean energy, too. It's not fucking twacky. Like caffeine is. Caffeine is. I don't even drink coffee because it fucks me up too bad. They fucking pack this shit tight in Indo. They're like Mexicans. That was hella racist, but it was a joke, so don't get too mad at me. I always fucking dice these packs up when I'm trying to get them out of here. Super green. This one's right in the middle. Nice little hybrid that I call it. It's a lot of people's favorites. Super yellow. I was calling this one Yellow Jacket. Now I call it Blonde Beauty because I like to name them after pretty girls. This one's like the highest upper that I got. Super white. That fucking Vanilla Ice, son. I call this one White Witch. This one's my favorite for during the day. And where's my go-to? Right here, son. This Red X shit is the strongest red vein I've ever seen. It's super, super good. My favorite, all opiate addicts' favorites. So I'm gonna keep bringing this shit in as fast as I fucking can. Because again, it's saving lives. It's getting people off of Xanax, fucking off of Hold on, let me read this. I can't even, like, remember all the names. I used to be so good at this. Like, I knew all the names, I knew all the milligrams. I don't know fucking shit anymore because I just eat leaves. We'll get you off any SSRI. We'll get you off any anti-anxiety med. We'll get you off fucking pain meds. Like, we'll get you off Adderall. We'll get you off fucking coffee if you don't want to drink coffee. It's really, really simple, man. I'm going to check these and see if I got any questions coming through. Sorry, give me a second. What up, Cody? It's illegal in Wisconsin. That's a simian-ass state. It's illegal in a bunch of them. It fucking sucks. And the only reason that it's illegal is because they fucking know. They know how much money they're going to lose when we get everybody off this shit. I got a buddy who's trying to get better right now in rehab. And Kratom was keeping him going. And they get him in there, and they're like, okay, well, you can't take Kratom because we don't make any money off of it. So what we're going to do is put you on Suboxone and Methadone. And you're just going to be on that for the rest of your life. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. Can I keep eating the leaf? And they're like, well, if you want our help and you want our support, then no, you can't. You can't even come sit in here unless you stop and start taking our drugs. And he's like, well, fuck you. Can I at least not take your drugs and come to class because I'm trying to get better? And they're like, yeah, I guess you're still paying for that. It's fucking crazy. It's so crazy, man. Ugh. And people are fucking dying, dude. Like, we lost somebody from the cult I was at just 2 days ago. His name was Justin T. I don't remember him. I'm not sure if I was there when he was there, but he knew a lot of my friends that were there. And again, this can fucking stop it, man. It is for so many people. And it's crazy, absolutely crazy that they're trying to keep it illegal. Now, to a lot of us, that just looks like normality at this point because it's fucking super obvious, you know, which side our government's on. And it's definitely not ours, man. They don't give a fuck at all. They've built businesses getting people hooked on drugs and then getting people hooked on drugs to get them off their drugs and then also charging for fucking counseling and also charging for all the bullshit legal fees. I'm like, goddamn, like, aren't we tired of putting our fucking sons and daughters in jail over nothing? Like, it's gotta be happening to enough cops and politicians now where your fucking kids are running around on opiates that, like, you're maybe like, oh, maybe we shouldn't fuck people over anymore. Maybe we should try and do something about this. I got zero faith in the people that fucking run this world. So I'm doing something about it. It's like one of the only ways I figured out how to be okay after having something fucking take you and just twist you into like this awful thing that you never ever thought you could become. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you know anybody who's struggling, hit me up, I can help them. If you know anybody who's trying to get off any type of pill, hit me up, I can help them. Again, I'm not a fucking doctor. Not gonna take money for counseling services just because it's fucking legal terms. But if you're serious about getting your fucking self back, I can help you do it. And I can help you do it naturally or organically. I can help you do it the fucking right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, being a heroin addict's a weird thing because it completely changes you, and like, you don't really, like, it's you can't go back to who you were before that happened, but you can change who you are now and who you want to be afterwards. And one of the things about like heroin is like, if you can get past it, and when you do, it turns you into a fucking wizard. All right? Like, I do not have hard problems now compared to what I used to face. Nothing really fucking bothers me. And that's one of the issues I think we got with society right now is people just don't like, you don't have real fucking problems. You know, you never had to like drive through a blizzard or some shit, or fucking not have a place to sleep at night. And the other part about this is like, I asked for this too. Like, I fucking put myself in every single bad situation I was in. I don't have some disease that made me do it. I just did it. And where I'm coming from right now, man, is like, the amount of times that I should be dead is fucking crazy. It's insane that I'm alive right now. And something's been keeping me alive. And I didn't know what until I started this show. And then just wound up with 100 kilos of Kratom. But now, like, I know exactly who I am. I know exactly where I come from, and I know exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do. That's a nice thing, coming from somebody who's as lost as me. All I'm preaching here is, like, accountability and natural substances, people. I don't think I'm crazy. And, like, I got a lot of people and a lot of fucking professionals coming at me like I'm nuts. Well, to me, it's nuts prescribing people drugs where the side effect is suicidal thoughts and expecting them to get better. That seems fucking crazy to me. So I'm going to keep eating my leaves. I'm going to keep doing push-ups. I'm going to keep eating organic food. And I'm going to keep bringing this shit into the country as much as I possibly can. Because I know what it is, man. Like, nobody knows what the fuck to do about this epidemic. I know what the fuck to do. I beat it. I fucking did it. I did it without any of the bullshit programming NA or AA or any type of rehab was trying to fucking feed into me, which is keeping people sick. It's so much simpler than people want to make it out to be. Like, this isn't a time where you got morgues in fucking Ohio overflowing with bodies from heroin overdoses. They fucking sell Narcan. I heard they're going to start selling Narcan at Safeway now. Because people just dropping dead like flies. And it's like, goddamn, like, isn't everybody tired of this at this point? Aren't the fucking cops tired? Aren't the counselors tired? Aren't the fucking politicians tired? Like, how can you not be tired of this by this point, man? So what I'm going to suggest is I'm going to suggest that we stop making plants illegal. We get them into the fucking rehabs. We educate people about them. And we trade all this fucking nonsense and misery for life. You know what I mean? Really appreciate everybody's support. Like, this has been a fucking crazy road for me, man. When I started this, I had, like, just escaped from this cult rehab that I was at for 8.5 months. I had the clothes on my back, no money, no phone, no nothing, because the rehab kept all of it. I was working 50-hour weeks there at, like, slave labor jobs, doing some crazy shit. But, like, dude, I've never had such fucking clear purpose of who I am and what I'm supposed to do. And again, man, I'm not just still alive for nothing. And nobody is. You know, like, what the big difference for me was like, when I finally realized, and again, I had what I thought was an excuse to be a drug addict, right? Both my parents have had cancer twice each since I was 12 years old. Been watching both my parents die. I lost my mom when I was 21. My dad's still with us because he's a beast. So, like, for me, it's just, that was my excuse. It's like, I can do whatever I want because both my parents were sick and you don't know what this is like. And, like, what I finally figured out is, like, hey, man, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't fucking matter what happened to you. Like, the universe doesn't owe you shit. You owe the universe everything. And you are the universe, which means you owe yourself fucking everything, too. You know what I mean? Again, thank you so much for everybody who supported me on this. Like, again, I had nothing when I started. Just 2 bags of clothes and a kilo of Kratom that I got for free. because this is what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Shoot me a message if you know people who are addicted, who just want some more information, who want to get off any type of pill. Shoot me a message. I can help them up. It's pretty fucking crazy where this is going and where I'm going to take this, man. So thanks again, everybody. I really appreciate it. Post comments, share my videos, please, if you think it'll help somebody. I like talking to you all. It's a lot of fun for me. This is Eric Pieper. This is the Eric Pieper Show. I love you guys.